How did you choose Anushka as a brand ambassador, and how did you convince her?
So yeah, that has been quite a journey. So in fact, when we started, we started initially. So in fact, when we were starting for the first 3 months, we didn't get any order, right? And then I was so tense, ki what is happening, whether I've entered into the wrong space. Then
Whether this is a third business that will fail.
this is another failure, and this was a big failure risk,
Yeah.
right? Because I left my job, and I also deployed all my savings into the
Okay.
business, etc. So then I invited two of my relatives to my home, and then two friends of mine also for a dinner, and I showed them the jewelry after having dinner, and each of them bought 10,000 rupees worth of piece
Okay.
back then. So that was the first order that I
Okay.
got, and that was the moment I realized that nahi, there is a pull in the
Yeah.
product. Maybe I need to now figure out the marketing element of it,
Yeah.
because before that I didn't even know whether
Yeah.
marketing mein kuch karna hota. What I thought was you create a website and then product will start
Yeah.
selling on its own, right? So that was the time I was introduced to marketing. And when we started initially, we started with the approach of partnerships, where we were there at Cred, we were there at Steps at Go, we were there at multiple partner portals, where your early adopters would just get a discount coupon and then would
Yeah.
experience the product, and we would get a feedback. But then once we established the PMF, and then we were going to the middle middle layer of the people where trust really matters. That is when we realized that if you go to tier 2 cities and tier 3 cities with the normal simple creatives of yours, and if you say that we are a silver brand, lifetime warranty, 30 days no question asked return policy, etc., versus where Anushka says that 30-day no question asked return policy, it's a silver brand. The
Yeah.
second approach had a much wider trust versus the first approach.
Yeah.
And the amount of money we were spending on marketing was quite a lot,
Yeah.
right? So whatever we were paying, whatever the association with her was not that much compared to the incremental benefit that the brand had. So that was the time we decided we'll go with the celebrity. We started initially with Neha Kakkar with the smaller experiment.
Yeah.
And then once this thesis was proven, then we went towards Anushka, because we realized she carries a very strong image,
Yeah.
a very fashionable image, a strong women image. And then we could, our brand positioning would turn to a premium brand. Our CTRs and conversions of the ads would improve significantly.
Yeah.
So then after that, it was all just, chasing, convincing them, etc. And that happened luckily. And then since then, Anushka has
You
been
went
with
to
us.
Mumbai to meet Anushka to sign the final contract.
So for the contract, we were directly in touch with the agency. But yeah, for the shoots and all, we went and met her. But it was just like, I spoke to Anushka once before the
Okay.
contract was signed, and I was pitching about the vision, about
Yeah.
the brand, and she was also very excited about it. But along with me, I also convinced her manager
Okay.
that this is what we want to do, and they were also very excited. So then
Got it.
they also helped me in convincing Anushka
Got it.
to endorse.
How did you make Jiva into such a recognizable brand? What went behind in building the distribution machine at Jiva?
So I think this is a journey, and we are still very early in the
Yeah.
journey. It's an ongoing journey. I think one big lever for this journey is obviously the right people.
Yeah.
Because it's very tough to do everything
Yeah.
alone. I've been fortunate
Yeah.
that we got the right people who were carrying the same vision, or who at least had the purpose of
Yeah.
creating something big. But one big thing that we realized in jewelry, which is very important, is trust and quality, right? So you need, because jewelry is a very small element in the women's entire
Yeah.
attire, right? If you wear a shirt, that is a very large element, like you would see it prominently.
Yeah.
But jewelry is a very small element, but it's a very emotional element. Like people use jewelry to gift during proposal,
Yeah.
or during wedding, or someone would wear jewelry for gifts,
Yeah.
etc., would give it for gifts. So it is very special to people. And when something is very special to people, then you cannot really mess up with the quality.
Yeah.
You really cannot mess up with the brand promise. You have to serve it in a very special way. And that has been our thesis all throughout. Like when we started Jiva, we said, no, all our jewelry will be 92.5% pure.
Yeah.
Will have our authenticity certificate with every jewelry. then we will give 30-day no question asked return policy. We've even now launched lifetime plating guarantee as well. Like even if you lose plating, it is all covered. Even the experience with which your jewelry will come, the packaging will be best in class.